Hi everybody, welcome to Own Your Story. Today I have a very special guest all the way from Paris. She is Lalaina. I would
Yeah,
say you're an artist and a writer on
yeah.
Medium. Yeah, can you tell us about how this magazine come about, your Lattice magazine, and how do you come to your very rigid schedule of posting daily on Medium that takes discipline and it takes a lot of inspiration, creativity to come up with the topic to talk about?
First of all, it was kind of an art project. I wanted to
Yeah.
take drawing and art more seriously. So back in September 2017, I started to draw some realistic portraits. I wanted to kind of add my own twist and my own style. And because I love magazines and like books, I was like, what if I just gave it kind of a magazine look? That's what I did at first. I was just drawing realistic portraits in a kind of magazine style.
Mhm.
So I thought, why don't I just bring this magazine kind of art into a real magazine, because I'm writing every day already about creativity and authenticity. So why don't I just combine the both of them? So that's what I did. So that's what I wanted my magazine to be about, people being themselves and doing whatever they like to do, even if it's not art. And so that's why I called it L'Artiste magazine. L'artiste, it just means the artist. It's how you say the artist in French.
How do you get the idea? Where do you get the inspiration to write every single day?
I just write about life, things that I've learned, things that I've read about. I just talk about my opinions on things that I've heard or seen or read. And I also like podcasts, so it kind of helps me, stay creative and keep me, thinking. So I guess I'm just always thinking. So because I'm always thinking, I always have some thoughts to put into a
Mm.
post. So I guess that's how I do it.
What do you think make a person creative? How can we get more creative?
Human beings are
Mm-hmm.
creative. That's just the basic of a human being, it's just to be creative and create things, and just how we live lives. And yeah, that's just how we live life, and that's what differentiates us from other species. To me, everyone is creative. It's just that you have to find how to express that and find it in yourself.
Has there been anyone or any incidents that made you feel like you couldn't express yourself freely?
I think it's society, because society is like, you have to do this, do that, be that, and it's trying to make us be something, do something,
Right.
and always being conscious of the fact that I am my own person, and I have my own journey, I have my own path, and have my own like personality and things to bring into the world. Listen to those people who were telling me, you have to do this, you have to do that, you have to be realistic, or things like that. I think that's how I became the creative person that I am, not listening to people trying to put you in boxes and trying it just makes sense. You were born you just be you. Sure. Well, I mean, you can say I have courage, but at the same time, like, it's not like I'm fighting like demons, well, dragons or anything.
So, what's your advice for young people who want to get into creative industry? And do you think there's any advice, like any common advice that they should avoid?
the the thing is, the creative industry and the creative life is not for everyone. And I'm saying this in the sense that I had, like, my life has always revolved around creativity and art and everything. So to me, it's not me taking the path of creativity. It's just me, like I said, being myself and doing me, doing things that are me, that reflects me and that represent me. So I would say that if you want to go into the creative industry, like, it has to be part of you, it has to be you. It doesn't, it shouldn't be like something that you want to do, like, oh, I just want to be an artist, like, just from the top of your head, like, oh, let's just be an artist because I don't know, I'll become famous or something like that, which is not a good advice. Don't become creative, or don't go into the creative industry because you want to be famous or gain a lot of money or whatever you think it is. I think it's just like, if it's you, like I think people who go into the creative industry like know that it's them. It's not, you know, it's not you going into the creative industry, it's you being the creative industry. But if it's not you and how you want to help make the world a better place and how you want to express yourself, then don't do it.
In all your creations and in your creative journey, what is the impact that you want to make in this world?
It's about being yourself, allowing yourself to just be who you are at your core, at your soul, and letting other people be themselves at their core, you know, and do their own thing.
So like along this creative journey of doing the magazine and writing on Medium, is there a proudest moment or like the most rewarding moment that you feel that like what you have done all this time is worthwhile?
This moment right here, just the fact that people are interested in learning more about what I do and like how kind of like that I'm passionate about. It's kind of like interesting. I'm like, oh wow, like I didn't know that something like that would ever happen to me, you know, because I'm just doing my own thing, you know, creating things, and I didn't really expect that people would be that interested, you know. So that's nice for me, and also the fact that people are commenting and being like, oh, this really opened my mind and this really helped me, or thank you for this article. I think that's really nice to know that.
For you personally, like on the days when you feel that like I'm really not okay, what do you do? Do you have like a coping mechanism to get over that?
Even if I feel down or I feel like not doing it, I try to draw a little bit, even if it's just for like 2 minutes, you know, just draw a little line. Even art can be, you know, a place where if I feel sad or whatever, I can put it into art or into a blog post. It's just that today I'm feeling this way, so let's just put it in words and just so that it doesn't stay inside of me. My coping mechanism would be to just keep on creating. It's hard, but you just have to do, because that's life, you know. You cannot just stay in your bed and be like, okay, let's just wait for the floor to swallow you alive, you know. You cannot just do that.
So like before we come to our last questions,
Okay.
where can the audience find your work? And
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, so on all social media it's Lalaina Rackson, so Medium, Twitter, Lalaina Rackson.
all right.
But my magazine is L'Artiste Mag, and my Instagram it's a little bit different. It's Lalaina Arts, so it's LALAINARTS.
So what is one truth or one principle you live by at this point of life?
Well, I don't want to repeat myself, but obviously it's be yourself.
Yeah, that's like a big thing about you.
Yeah.
It's like,
I don't know what else I can say about be yourself, because I feel like everything just makes sense when you try to be yourself, you know.
yeah. So for now, thank you so much for coming up to own your story, to share your story, to share your confidence, your conviction about being yourself. All the best in your new life in Melbourne. Create more art and then spread more love.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.